what this is today, and I know Mahendra gave you a little bit of an overview, but this is truly, for me, personally, such a culmination of, I would say, my career over the last 15 years, part of building the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Chicago. And so to see so many groups together, so many startups getting the opportunity to showcase, and for you all showing up, it is really exciting, and I think it does show that there's a ton of momentum around our entrepreneurial and innovation tech ecosystem here. So I think we all have a lot to be proud of, and I hope that Steve recognizes that too, because I know what we're going to talk about a little bit is why he left, and now happy that he's back. But so really just grateful that everyone is here today. So Steve, welcome. I was going to ask one question and make a joke when we first started of like, is there anyone who doesn't have YouTube on their phone? Is there anyone? Is anyone afraid to actually raise their hand to say that they didn't do it? They don't, right? And I'm also wondering whether someone's going to actually film this and put it up, maybe later. I mean, pervasive, right? This is an incredible opportunity to really have someone who has, I think, transformed our world, our culture, to be here today. So thank you so much. So let's start at the beginning, right? I know that there's a big group of U of I folks, a contingency, let's see, right? Like the fan club from U of I. And I also heard that there's a lot of folks from IMSA, because that's where you were previous too, right? So we've got some fans that are in the audience. Maybe start with U of I and your experience there. And you know, like what's one incredible memory that you have of your time at U of I? Just as a little softball starter.
Well, no, I think that I mean, we talked about this already, that many of the startups that are formed in Silicon Valley, they're not formed by people that were from Silicon Valley, and many of them, and I followed, U of I was meeting Mark Andreessen, and following Mark Andreessen through, and then there was also Max Chen, who was also U of I, computer science and co-founder of PayPal, along with Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, and that team. But then specifically my connection, my bridge to Max was through, again, more Illinois, IMSA, engineers from IMSA that were from the College of Engineering Computer Science, and they were the first, third, fourth engineer and employees over, sort of the co-founders of PayPal that were not part of that original co-founding team, but part of the employees. And they're all from, I mean, that whole, pretty much that whole College of Engineering team is all from PayPal was from either IMSA or U of I, and it was all kind of the same trip, that drive up to O'Hare Airport, one way, and flight out to Silicon Valley. And even after that happened, I was really part of the first wave of that, but there were subsequent waves and waves and waves of people that continued up. And it was but it was just, you know, it was always continuing to grow. You had the fundraising in Silicon Valley from Sequoia Capital, from some of the top VCs in the area. But one of the most difficult challenges in Silicon Valley, even continuing to this day, as we start getting into crypto, as we start getting into AI, is to be able to recruit engineers. It's always much easier to fundraise there. It's easier to find entrepreneurs. It's easier to find ideas. In any Starbucks, you find anybody in line. People are talking about their next startup idea. But when it comes to finding engineers, it's a challenge because there are just so many opportunities out there. And so when it came to finding engineers along with Max, it was looking back at those, you know, those connections that we had at U of I. And I know that you know, the other co-founder of even YouTube was also yet another U of I, College of Engineering, PayPal. He came out, I think, in the year 2000, a few months after I did. And then, of course, we stayed there until 2004, 2005, and then started YouTube in 2005.